G'day guys, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3, and welcome back to our lovely camp over here. In the previous episode, we met someone very interesting by the name of Elminster Ormar, sorry. And he was a very interesting character indeed, very well voice acted. I mean, to be fair, every single character that we've met so far has been voice acted really well. But yeah, he gave me, you know, Gandalf the Grey kind of vibes. Although, you know, he was a little bit more sort of mischievous, I guess, with food in particular, consuming all of our goods. I wonder if we would find that some of our camp supplies have gone missing. Maybe some of the like really good camp supplies have gone missing or something like that because he's just helped himself to it. But basically, Gale has now been charged with the destruction of the Absolute. And it almost sounds like he's prepared to sacrifice himself for that cause. I'm curious to obviously have a chat with him immediately now after having learnt of what Mystra wants him to do.
What's on your mind?
Why doesn't Elminster take on the Absolute, or Mystra herself?
I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have, and only I can wield it.
So, he did mention the orb in the previous episode, and I was sort of scratching my head about that. Perhaps maybe I've either missed or forgotten that, I guess the thing that is causing him to need to consume magical items constantly is in the shape of some kind of an orb, maybe? But anyway, I guess it is whatever is going to explode if, you know, he dies, essentially, right? Like, anyway, how are you feeling? It can't be easy facing the possibility of death.
Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history.
Yeah, I can't remember if the orb explodes if he doesn't consume magical items, or if he dies and isn't revived for a short period of time, or, well, not even short, a long period of time. Is Mystra always such a demanding goddess?
She expects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly, and with respect for its potential to destroy, as well as its potential to save. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. That's a fate she's bequeathed exclusively to me. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me.
I wonder how everyone else feels about this whole situation. So far, everyone sort of hasn't really contributed too much, but perhaps maybe,
You wish to speak?
having learnt what Gale is tasked with.
A shame my first brush with the famed Elminster couldn't be a tad more optimistic. Listen, I might invoke the Triad from time to time, appeal to Helm, but I'm no man of faith. Not like Gale. I don't know what drives a man to consider his own death, among countless others, to be an appropriate exchange for his goddess's forgiveness. To me, it all sounds like nonsense. The faith that matters most is that which you hold in yourself, in the ones that most matter to you. Big Bomb be damned. Gale's got everything he needs to defeat the Absolute already. Talent, nerve, and powerful allies at his side. I hope he'll come to see that.
No, I agree completely with Will, and I mean, if push comes to shove, I intend to not sacrifice Gale, and to be able to maybe resolve things on our own. But I don't know how Mystra will feel about that.
I can't believe Mistress demanding Gale sacrifice himself to destroy the Absolute. It's just a waste of a perfectly good cult that we could be controlling. And a waste of a perfectly good Gale, I suppose.
You suppose. Alright.
Ah, my... Quite the cozy setup you have here.
Good time for a chat.
Oh, was that Gale's granddad?
That was Elminster Ormar, the most famous wizard in the realms.
It doesn't ring a bell. But all right. Must have had something important to say to Gale if he came all this way. Good news, I hope.
I guess she wasn't really listening. I don't think it was. It turns out Gale has an explosive bomb in his chest, and Mistra's asked him to use it to blow up the heart of the Absolute.
Whoa now, he's got a... Well, I guess that would explain a little, but... Mystra? I mean, this is a lot to take in. What's he going to do?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he's of several minds.
Tell him to pick the right one. Or better yet, I'll do it. Fucking wizards, man. They always need help picking the simple, obvious option. If Mystra can't think of another way to stop the Absolute than sacrificing Gale, she's no god worth worshipping. I'll say that to Gale in, you know, gentle terms.
Absolutely agree with her as well. 100%. Anyway, let us continue. I wonder what Shadowheart has to say about this.
I can't believe Mystra actually expects Gale to just sacrifice himself like that. Seems like a waste of a fine mind.
And I would probably hedge my bets on Lae'zel, you know, agreeing with the whole sacrifice angle. She's actually sharpening the blade that we found for her just recently, is she? That's kind of interesting. I guess maybe she sharpens whatever she's got equipped currently.
Elminster. Even the Githyanki have heard tell of the Sage of Shadowdale. Some of his works have been translated to Tirsu. That doesn't mean his every word carries wisdom, however. Near as I can tell, Mystra demands Gale's faith, but holds no faith in him. Why else would she demand Gale sacrifice himself, and perhaps so many others? Does she not think he can destroy the Absolute with his own immense talents? Does she not know the mighty company that he keeps? Demanding Vlaakith may be, but she acts for the good of the Githyanki people. Mystra is concerned only for herself. Perhaps he'd find forgiveness in a fiery death. But I can't help but wonder why he'd want it at all.
Wow, okay. Well, I was not expecting that from Lae'zel. There you go. Perhaps maybe she's sort of come around a little bit. Anyway. I think it's time for that long rest, and we're going to have to make a decision on what to do next. I do perhaps have the opportunity right now just to tidy up the inventory a little bit. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's just send a lot of stuff to camp, and we make some decisions on what to do. All this other stuff, I suppose we can maybe just send to camp. I'm really excited about having the Blood of Lathander on us, and I think it's just giving everyone a buff immediately, right? Like, if I just read this again... yeah, allies within 9 meters regain 1 to 6 hit points. Once per long rest. Oh no, sorry, I'm making a mistake. I think it's this. Morning Lord's Radiance. Your weapon attacks deal an additional 1 to 4 radiant damage, but that is the case for everyone, it seems, right? Like, everyone is getting Morning Lord's Radiance, so that is really cool. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Let's deal with our inventory. And let's just sort by type here. Yeah, a lot of stuff. I still need to figure out what to do with the Diadem of Arcane Synergy. And I was sort of thinking this could be something that Will uses. It needs to be someone who has a need to do weapon attacks, right? And someone who has a decent amount of ability points into a spellcasting type ability. So I think the only option is Will, to be honest. Because he'd, you know, cast spells, or warlock spells at the very least, but he may also use his weapon to attack enemies that way as well. So I think it'll be good with him. It might not be the best, but who knows. And that looks good. I just want to throw a few bits and pieces here to Lae'zel, particularly bottles of, like, poison and toxins and stuff. I think that looks decent. I wonder when we would need the basilisk oil. Now that we've already, you know, unpetrified the dwarf at the Hag's Lair. Perhaps maybe it can be used in another situation down the line. Who knows? Alright, looks good. And let me just throw this to Karlak. She can throw that when she needs it. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's have a rest. And we'll see what happens tonight. Maybe nothing? Oh, maybe something. What?
Supreme Kithrak, has Vlakith sent you to slay me with your own blade?
I've not come to kill you, Lae'zel. I've come to aid you.
Don't trust him.
Skakek Kir Gith Shabeleth. My blade rests. Mother Gith compels you to listen.
Yeah, I think we should let Lae'zel take the lead here.
Speak. My ear is yours.
I know you carry the astral prism, Lae'zel. Within it lies the seed of Vlaakith's demise, and I intend to help you bring it to fruition.
Vlaakith's demise? Skaketh. I should run you through for suggesting it.
Are you talking about the person inside? Do you know who that is?
If they have not said, they must have good reason, and I won't be the one to betray them. But the one inside's chosen you as an ally, protects you with their power. That very power will be the end of Vlaakith's tyranny. The prism's tenant must be let loose. I've sought their freedom for eons. When the prism went missing, I feared the worst. Instead, you've granted the opportunity I've so long awaited. All that remains is the key that unchains them. And I've found someone who I believe can provide it. Bring the prism to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting in a taproom called Shares's Caress. That is where we decide the fate of my people. Lae'zel, together we will break our chains and be Vlaakith's slaves no longer.
I am no slave, Jastil Kithrak. The Undying Queen is my freedom. It is she who will purify me, and she who will ascend me.
Lies, Lae'zel, every last one. There is no purification, no ascension. The Zaith Isk does not purify, it extracts memory and kills the infected. Nor does the Lich Queen glorify the ascended. She feeds on most all of them to grow her power and pursue godhood.
Madness. You flood me with this heresy. I will hear no more of it.
Okay, there's a lot to take in here, and again, it's hard to decide who to trust exactly. Do we trust the person who is our guardian, the person in the astral prism? This person, I know we were already distrusting of this guy. This is the guy who rode the dragon, if I'm not mistaken, before we made our way to the crash, right? Yeah. I mean, there's some truth in the Zaith Isk not actually saving people from the tadpoles, right? Like, it tried to kill Lae'zel, as far as I'm concerned. I think we go with the first option here. He speaks true of the Zaith Isk. You need to trust him. Ooh, they all approve. Okay. It's good.
I served Vlaakith the whole of my life. Learned her words, fought her battles. Yet she names me her Sharlak. Your words carry truth. I will meet you in Baldur's Gate. Do not make me regret it.
Sharlak, I wonder what that means. Maybe she named her as a heretic? Maybe?
Lae'zel, I see Talak Magir in you, sister in freedom. Together we will be our people's light. Take this. It is a Quanith, a psionic detector. The Queen's warriors hunt you. The Quanith will sound you out when you come near their portals. Hear its cry and prepare for battle, or slip away. I should go. Vlaakith's gaze pierces the seas and skies. She believes me loyal, and I can't afford her mistrust. Keep the astral prism close. Let no one take it from you. Slay any who try. Now to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting, Lae'zel.
Oh, what? I can just simply teleport anywhere? I want that spell. I suppose we can teleport to waypoints and stuff, so... I suppose it's not that bad. Item received. Quanith Psionic Detector. Let's actually take a quick look at that. Where is it? Oh, here. Quanith Psionic Detector. Barely perceptible magic flows from this unusual device. It is searching, seeking, listening. So what does this mean exactly, though? Like, are we saying that we might find ourselves being regularly hunted by the Gith? It sounds that way. I just want to have a chat with Lae'zel now that we've learnt of the intention of Voss.
Vlakith Kosivim Hrath Crashet. Only in Vlakith may we find light. These were the first words I ever read on Tirsu's slate. But they are no mere aphorism. They are law. They are creed. The root from which the 10,000 protocols stem. Forsake one protocol, and forsake Vlakith. Forsake Vlakith, and be the blood and meat which sates her dragons. If Voss speaks true, if Ascension is a lie, if Tadpole Purification is a fairy tale, then I have not sinned against Vlakith. She has sinned against me.
Wow. She's turning around quite, you know, severely, let's say. Completely against Vlakith now. What does Ascension entail exactly?
Ascension is a young Githyanki's greatest honor. Long ago, the Geich enslaved my people. They dominated our minds and bred us for war, until Great Mother Gith took a hammer to our bonds. From the day of our hatching, young Gith have one purpose: to train hard enough to slay a Geich and take its head. Then, we speak the rite of Ascension, and a red dragon comes to fly us to Vlakith, in Tunarath, City of Death. We are honored with an eternal home in the Astral, celebrated for our victory. We are ascended. Or so I believed.
Who is the one in the prism, do you think?
I don't know. I can't know. And that drives me mad. But Voss believes they are the seed of Vlakith's demise and the agent of Githyanki freedom. And I believe he may be right.
I remember when we were, you know, rummaging through the crash, we read something, some kind of a report that said that Voss couldn't be trusted, maybe? So, I guess they might know of his treachery already? Voss called Vlakith a tyrant. Does this mean you agree?
I'd never thought Vlakith a tyrant, or me as a vassal. She was the source of my might, and I the envoy of her will. A warrior, a champion, a destroyer. But if Voss is right, and Vlakith consumes the Ascended to gain power, then I am no destroyer. I am mere livestock, bred to be harvested and devoured. Every Githyanki is a slave with a singular purpose. Not to cull the Geich, not to prevent their grand design, but to raise Vlakith to true godhood.
Yeah, well, I mean, we did test out her abilities not a few episodes ago and, you know, completely got obliterated as a result, so You know, she is very close to godhood, or perhaps maybe even already there, if you ask me. And if Voss is wrong, if his claims are wrong and Vlaakiths are real,
then, when the Kithraki come for me, and come they will, I will submit to their blades. They would feed me to their dragons, and I would deserve no better.
well, she's made her decision then.
Yes. I'd like time to think. We'll meet Kithrak Voss at Sheres's Caress in Baldur's Gate. Until then, be vigilant. Vlaakith's eyes are upon us.
That's good. It means that we won't need to worry about Lae'zel sort of turning her blades against us. Alright, let's leave. Do any of the other people say anything about what's just happened? Jeez, I feel like I'm just talking to people constantly. Where did... Yeah, some people have disappeared for whatever reason. Shadowheart's over there. I forget that we can have a chat with her. Only Gale seems to be around. Perhaps maybe it's just our current party members?
I didn't expect Lae'zel to turn on the Lich Queen so readily. Wonders never cease.
Let's see what Gale has to say.
What will Voss have to show for himself when we catch up with him, I wonder? His intelligence may yet prove the key to unlocking the artifact's secrets. We should ensure we follow up when we reach Baldur's Gate.
I mean, there's the matter of getting to Baldur's Gate in the first place, but I guess Moonrise Towers is our next stop. Well, I correct myself there. The Underdark is technically the next stop, but there is one other decision that I'm going to be making here, despite all that has happened. Is there anything else going on in the camp? No. Okay, cool. So, just continuing on my thought process here, I know I did say that we're done with the crash.
So called because you like to scratch behind the ear?
I didn't know she interacted with Scratch. That's kind of cool. But yeah, so I am gonna go back to the crash, guys, is what I'm trying to say. And there is a reason for this. I completely forgot, and I'm really sort of kicking myself about this, but there were all of those things in, or at the trader at the crash, which I completely forgot about, and there was a lot of really interesting things. And since we've pissed off the Githyanki so much, I'm sure we can no longer trade with the trader. But I'm willing to go back there and fight a few Githyanki to see what we can potentially get from... Oh, a player cannot travel currently? What? Maybe we just need to simply leave the camp. We might have to waste some camp supplies as well, because don't forget, we did have to do a long rest. We were forced into long rest to get to the goblin camp, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. A lot of very, very poor decisions on my part. Oh, Gale wants to have a chat with us as well. Gale?
An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days.
An old man with a craving for cheese, hardly the great wizard of legend.
A wizard doesn't reach Elminster's age without enjoying their home comforts. Those who seek danger over cheese don't tend to live as long.
Very good point.
For Mystra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left.
You're seriously considering doing what Elminster said?
Of course. He offered the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the absolute will be gone, and I along with it.
There's surely another way.
If there was, I'm sure the goddess of magic and the greatest wizard who ever lived would have identified it. But alas, only one solution is offered. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating.
Well, I reckon we'll probably find a different solution before we get there. I bet. So, let's hope, at least, that we stumble across that. You're not blowing yourself up, Gale. I won't let you.
Let's save such certainty for the moment such a decision is upon us. You may feel differently once we know what we're truly up against.
Yeah, there's some truth in that, but still, we're gonna try our best not to have to sacrifice Gale. Yeah, so as I said, guys, we're going to go back to the crash. We'll see what happens. We'll probably have to do that long rest again, and that's okay. I'm fine if that has to happen. Oh, no, okay. So why did we have to long rest before? Perhaps maybe it was more to do with the story element. And maybe specifically to do with Kithrak Voss. Anyway, what I want to do is kill off these three guys. I believe there's only 3 of them. And see what kind of goodies we can get from the trader's stash. And yeah, I would have preferred purchasing all of this stuff. But I guess I totally forgot about it. So, anywho... Can we just position our guys in the right spots before we even get into combat?
This calls for careful footwork.
Yeah, we've got advantage here if we start combat from a hiding position. So that's decent. Let's get Gale in here. Can Gale reach
Let's go.
like higher positions up here? Probably not. Okay. There's not a lot of space to work with here.
Lost in thought.
So I think I probably still want Gale in the back.
Air's ripe with magic.
Oh, geez, I almost forgot. But I really should be doing all the prep work before we even get in there.
Amicus animatus. Kitius. Propria. Kitius.
Maybe I should.
Propria. Occhio. Kitius.
Right, and Gale, almost forgot, but he does also need mage armor. And let's also switch out Featherfall for... I think this is probably the next best thing. Okay.
What to do?
Looking good. Oh, I'm not getting... the Radiance thing. So, how come that's not on us now? What happened to that? Yeah, it's disappeared for whatever reason. Perhaps maybe it only applies after a certain spell? Like Lathander's Radiance or whatever it was called? Anyway, sorry, I digress. Let's get Shadowheart in there. Lae'zel can get positioned right there. And Blue,
Blood.
position you
Never mind.
Breathe deep.
very gingerly right in that spot there. And Gale.
I applaud your taste.
Gale, maybe I want Gale to just be slightly apart because we are bunched up and that is probably not the best thing for us. Oh my lord. Okay, I've just realized there's a lot more to this situation than first meets the eye. I wonder if it's better if we try to funnel them. That could be a better idea. Alright guys, I failed to realize that there were more of them. Yeah, okay, in that case, let's bring Gale back this way. Lae'zel, let's put you there. Shadowheart, let's put you there. And again, some concerns I have about being too close to each other. But what I might do is I'll open with Blue's
Out of sight.
attack. And I may even... Wait a second. Oh yeah, there it is. I may even Misty Step back this way. I don't know if it's really required. I mean, if we do have a decent amount of movement speed, then we could just simply get ourselves, you know, back this way, out of harm's way. Let's do True Strike. So it'll last for 2 turns, so I assume I should be able to just get that on and then use that to open. Oh, you can't target yourself. Okay. Right, I did not know that. I think we're ready. I don't want to use Brace just yet. This could be a tough fight. Let's do it. I will use Luck of the Far Realms. Oh, ready to parry. I've completely forgotten about that.
Intruder spotted.
Yeah, okay. So these guys... Yeah, very interesting. So they've retreated for whatever reason. I was expecting them to make a beeline for us immediately. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. It's not really a problem. It's Hunter's Mark, and let's do a shot. And another one. Can we kill? Or God's Blessing. Grant a nearby ally a +10 bonus to their attack roll. Channel Divinity. How many channel divinities does she have, though? Might be 2. I don't think we really need this right now. They're already pretty low. We'll probably reserve that for one of the chunkier enemies, so... Ooh, okay. Let's pull back.
On my way.
Oh my goodness. They seem to really like trying to strike Gale. Ideally, I wanted them to sort of come around here so that we can do some AoE attacks, but... Let's get Gale up, and that way he's going to be ready for casting spells. I believe that would be the case if we helped him up.
My skill is required.
And should we rally him? Might not be a bad idea to do that. Does consume one of our dyes, though. I think what would be better is if we just applied like venom or poison or whatever. Let's take a look at the differences here. So... Succeed a Constitution saving throw, become poisoned, and may fall asleep. This is simply just poison. Let's use the drow poison. And at least she's prepared. Let's move up a little bit more. And if we're going to do any healing, let's let Shadowheart do that. Quoth, I suppose maybe we can move Quoth there. Just looking around, making sure that there are no other enemies further ahead of us. Ow. Ow. Alright, Sunbeam. A beam of brilliant light, so... I wonder if it... yeah, okay, so it can target, like, multiple enemies, perhaps? Yeah, so if we get them lined up, that'd be really, really good. Alright. Let's do Beacon of Hope. so we can deal as much healing as possible. And let's do good old Gale here. And I think I'm happy with that action, at least for now.
Fools these mortals be.
Gale. That could be decent. Maybe we just open up strong, or do we want to go with, like, Cloud of Daggers and do that right here, for instance? Because they're all going to have to bunch up in front of the door. I feel like maybe doing Cloud of Daggers might not be a bad move. Because I would prefer more of them in the area before we cast Fireball. So yeah, let's do that. And I suppose I can move Gale out of sight temporarily. I think that should be fine for his current actions. So Lupus. Yeah, so this doorway is quite small, isn't it? Do I prefer having Lupus in the line of fire, or do I want to get Lae'zel in there? Just looking at who's gonna go in the order of things. Yeah, it's a bit tough, isn't it? I think I don't mind if Lupus goes down, but I do want to try and move Lupus away from the doorway. So yeah. That's okay. That's fine. So let's end Lupus's turn there. They are actually playing it quite safe, aren't they? They aren't all bunching up like we want them to. Little bit of a shame. Let's get Hunter's Mark on. Or do we do Spike Growth? Spike Growth might not be a bad option. We'll destroy a few things here, though. Yeah, let's do this. Spike Growth. Again, gotta be a little careful on placement, though. Alright, let's get Blue out of sight as well.
One day I'll catch a break.
And he can take a potion here as well, so another 10 HP, since we've got Beacon of Hope, or yeah, I was gonna say Blessing of Hope. And turn. And here's what I really want. I want Lae'zel to be in and amongst it. And We could do like a menacing attack. We might straight up kill this person, and that's not bad. 9 to 22. Plus another attack after that. And we get to keep the superiority die. Soulbreaker. I think I might reserve that for some of the other ones that still have a lot of HP. Yeah, let's use like menacing attack or something. So let's get in there. Good. All right. Is it bad if I don't use another action at this point? Because I feel like I want enemies to try and make their way to us, so let's maybe duck back here and let's let all of the enemies come to us. And yeah, it might be a bit of a waste here, but I'm okay with that. I could perhaps throw like a potion to Gale, but I don't know if I can reach. I could, actually. Might be able to... Can I get both of them? No. But we can heal Gale for a little bit more by doing this. Does he need it, though?
In my best interest.
Let's play it safe, because they have been trying to target Gale quite a bit these last few engagements, so let's end our turn here, I think. She's still got the Drow poison on, right? Like, how do I check on that? Coated in Drow poison, yep, 9 turns. Both can stay there. Yeah, brilliant. Ah. So I want to get in range to that guy. Just trying to see what would be a good option. I don't want to destroy the thorns though, so that's another thing that we need to consider. 6 to 36 damage. This puts him in a bit of danger though, right? Let's leave him there.
Flank.
I might be able to still run back a little bit. Ah, damn. Alright. We're not close enough. Okay, so Gale's going to be in the line of fire here, and I'm okay with that. Or not. Oh, no. Okay. Apparently I can hit this? I don't know how that works, but... Anyway, alright. Gale's about to feel a whole bunch of pain here, I think.
What's the plan?
Unless I do Sanctuary. Which I think I might do. Yeah, I think I will, actually. So... Because what I can also do after that is... I should be able to do, like, Bless. Oh, actually, no. Bless is probably not a good idea. I could do Guiding Bolt. Or perhaps maybe I could do something like Blade Ward, or maybe even Warding Bond. Because this is a bonus action, right? Let's do that. Good. I think maybe we can do Goodberry. Well, I want to waste some of my actions on those things, or do I want to try and get some damage in? If I did that, yeah, I'm still out of danger, right? I think that's maybe a decent play. I hope it doesn't burn away the thorns, though. Let's do that.
Let's make this quick.
Oh. After all of that. Okay. Again, just gonna tuck people away. Yes, yes, please, come in closer. They're probably gonna do Misty Step, though. So that's a concern.
Breathe deep and move.
Yeah, let's deal damage. That's fine. Oh my goodness, that's not fine. Oh no, blue is... Blue's in the firing line. I think I am okay with Misty Step at this point. Because we're likely going to do a short rest anyway afterwards, so... Nice! Very good. Very good indeed. I like that. Okay, Lae'zel. Is there anything she can do right now? I feel like maybe she can simply wait. Can we do any ranged attacks? Oh, we can attempt to do this. Piercing shot, or... yeah, we may as well try piercing shot.
This is your end.
Gaping wounds. Very nice. We could probably just try for another ranged attack here. Alright, let's move back. Tuck you right in the corner there. Yes, yes, exactly what we want to see. This is so good. Was not expecting that, actually. Probably want to avoid any fire. Netherese Orb Blast. What? That wasn't there before. Gale triggers the Netherese Orb in his chest, destroying everything and everyone in a wide radius. Okay. Yeah, okay. So this is like... It literally is a spell that you can use if you need. But you might want to... Like, you could probably use it for other things. Not just, you know, the ultimate objective. I mean, it's just 2 more enemies, right? I could save, like, my level 3 spell slots, though. Okay. Gale, let's pull you back.
What should I do?
Yeah, I'm confused what to do with Shadowheart at this point. Suppose I could do another Guiding Bolt, but that would waste a level 1 spell. So not entirely keen. And this is fire, so not keen to do that either. Yeah, why don't we just try and take a few shots here, however unlikely this is to hit. Guided strike. I don't think this is a good time for that. Let's try again. Oh, okay, very good, very good. Pleasantly surprised with that outcome. And yeah, this guy is just gonna have to walk through all of this. I'm surprised they all haven't done like Misty Step right in this position. Maybe they don't all have Misty Step. Anyway. Lupus, you can stay there. Oh, okay, right. Getting into position, I see.
Light on my feet.
Ah, we need just a little bit more. Concentrated blast. Okay, I was gonna say, I could do this and sacrifice the spike growth, but I can't reach, so... Shield of Thralls. Yeah. I think maybe we just dash and then take cover. Not very exciting, I know.
Victory awaits.
A rough tempest I will raise.
Okay, Gale... He no longer has the protection from being hit, right? So as long as we don't move him in too far.
May it please, Mistra.
Will we reach? Ah, yes we will. I'm just not entirely sure what would be a good spell at this point. And we're sort of using up a lot of our spell slots. But I guess Magic Missile seems like a good option. Oh, this breaks concentration. Okay, this is just an area in front of us, so maybe not the best. I don't know if the freeze effect will have any... well, any effect on the thorns. Perhaps I should just go with the tried and tested. Hopefully that's low enough to bring this guy down completely.
Ready.
What do we do? Sacred Flame. Doesn't consume anything. Oh, she'll have to step into... that spot there. Can we move her just a tad closer? Sacred Flame from there? Yeah, that doesn't seem like a bad idea. It might not hit, though. Oh! Okay. Very good. I think we might have this in the bag, guys.
On I go.
Unless they Misty Step out of it, but... yes! You know what? I really love spike growth. I'm so glad that I got that. Gale, let's get you to stop your cloud of daggers. Thank you very much. And let's group everyone. And let's check on our spoils, right? Because really, the reason why I'm here is because I wanted to see if I can just take all the stuff that the trader had. So, send to camp. Crossbow of Arcane Force. What is that? Arcane Ammunition. Interesting. Heavy crossbow, two-handed. Well, I mean, I will take it, obviously, but... let's just send it to camp. Got a key. Take that. Okay, these two we can take. I forget which one is the trader, actually. Cup of oil. We've got a few keys here. Maybe there are some chests that we can open without having to lockpick. And yeah, again, still not entirely sure. I haven't seen comments just yet about whether or not the thieves' tools break every single time we use them, even if we are successful. Was that everyone? Oh no, there was one more. Almost missed this one. Yeah, so is this all the stuff that we saw that was being traded? Defender Flail. Knife of the Under Mountain King. Yeah, someone mentioned that this is like a really good knife. So I'll have to sort of inspect that a little bit more. Amulet of Branding. Brand the Weak. I think I may have seen this before, but Expose the weak points of an enemy. They become vulnerable to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage. This effect lasts 3 turns, or until the target takes damage. Okay, I guess it just gives you the ability to cast this. Sorry, I do obviously want to take everything. And I may as well just send everything to the camp right now. I'm probably not going to work with any of this stuff until a little bit later. But yeah, at some point, we're going to need to spend a little bit of time in camp to take a look at everyone's gear and make sure that everyone has the best gear. Anyway, let's try and open some of this stuff. Thank you.
What's hiding here?
There's so much stuff here, actually. Rotten lemon. Bit of wine there. Yum. A lot of camp supplies. Well, I mean, this should make up for all of the supplies that Elminster consumed. I mean, I can't even confirm whether or not he did consume any of the stuff, but he did mention, like, you know, some, I guess, expensive or high-quality cheeses and wines and whatnot that we may have had. And my assumption is perhaps that conversation can change depending on what stuff we have in stock. And if we sort of powered through without, you know, picking up some really, really good quality foods, maybe he may have just, like, made a snarky remark.
We must press forward.
About,
Let's deal with
you know, the foods that we had. But anyway, accidentally clicked on Lazelle there. I don't know what's going on over here. Yeah, there's definitely still some Gith waiting for us, but not intending to fight any of them. I do want to just take a look at all of the other stuff up that way. Just making sure that we're not going to run into people accidentally. Maybe it's all just going to be like a whole bunch of... What? A whole bunch of food. Wait a sec. What is this? Travel through the mountain pass. Okay, right. So that just takes us to another area completely. And we're probably not ready to do that. As I said, we do want to make our way to the Underdark. And that is going to be our primary objective.
Always room for more.
Starting in the next episode. Okay, I think that's it. So, I do see... Oh, right, I was gonna say, is there a way up there? Yes, there is. We can just simply climb it. Is there more stuff up this way? A little bit. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of those chests would have been locked. But we've managed to open everything with the keys. Short bow +1. I can't really remember if bedrolls are of importance. I don't know why we can pick those up. Okay. Let's head back. And... do we just portal our way to the goblin camp? I guess. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. Again, I think the long rest situation that we experienced in the previous episode was probably a story progression issue. So the game doesn't force you exactly to take a long rest every time you switch regions, which is good. Good to know. Speaking of resting, might not be a bad idea to do a short rest, because we have used some of our skills. So yeah, let's do it. Again, I keep trying to say that I want to be more liberal with all of our resources. Anyway, guys, I think this is a good place for a break. Hope you enjoyed this one. Drop me a like if you did. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.